Well, I am super excited this morning. I got very little sleep last night. Um, I don't know why. I kind of woke up and had a lot going on in my mind. I know we all have nights like that, but I feel pretty energized. I had a great cup of coffee this morning. I'm sitting in my living room. I'm full of gratitude about that. And, you know, I I love Jack Canfield and I love his seminar. I saw it recently a couple months ago, and I love this slide. Gratitude is the single most important ingredient to living a successful and fulfilled life. And I think that, we remind ourselves all the time, if we can do gratitudes, we can literally change the trajectory of our day, of our week, of our month, of our year. And I found these affirmations today that are great affirmations to start your day off. So if you do your gratitudes and you would like to come up with some new gratitudes, you can always go online and find lots of great stuff. I especially like this one with the sun, since we're having our solar eclipse today. And we're going to get right into it right now. So three-way calls. I want to talk about three-way calls today because, first of all, I think they're 100%. No matter what direction they go in, I think they're 100% in taking a person from not knowing to knowing. And I think that's all we do with Nerium, whether we're sharing the product or we're sharing information or we're sharing a video or we're sharing, anything that has to do with Nerium on the business side or the customer side. And this particular weekend, I know all of us on this Zoom do a lot of three-way calls. And the people that are doing three-way calls, it is literally 100% that their business is growing. And when it's interesting because I say, oh, well, I never did that in any other business besides this business, but that's a lie. When I was in the entertainment industry, I didn't know it was called a three-way call, but basically what it was is, if I wanted to pitch a client of mine, one of the ways that I could do that was send them and one of my best stories was doing a three-way call basically with Steven Spielberg. I wanted him to see one of my clients, and somebody I knew him, and she arranged a call and was a casting director, and she basically got him on the phone and basically said, Annie represents this guy that I think you should know. And I got to sort of pitch that person. They ended up in the movie called Minority Report. And, I didn't realize it was a three-way call. I didn't realize that it was something like that, but it really was. And so this is an activity that, interestingly enough, when you have somebody, could be a complete stranger who's sitting at a bus stop, who basically is talking about something that you want, and they give their opinion, and people listen to other people's opinions. It's the craziest thing, whether they know you or not. So three-way calls are really, really great. And so today I want to talk about that. And I want to talk about the fact that in our system, which is very simple, as we sometimes as leaders, and as you're building a team, you kind of forget about the things that got you to where you got and how productive you were with them. So one of the things that I've seen, not only in my business, when I don't do personally three-way calls, I'm not growing as fast or as consistently. So if you are consistently doing your 2 a day, and you are integrating the follow-up three-way call or just the three-way call to get somebody to a meeting, to get somebody to try the product, to get somebody to come to an RRP, whatever it is, you are building your business. And so, of course, never make your minimums your maximums. If you want to grow, you want to do more than 2 a day, or do as much as you can in a day, whatever your time allows. And you won't ever be mad at yourself for doing that. I promise you that. You won't be mad if you do more than 2 a day. So three-way calling. I wanted to do a challenge today because all of us on this Zoom are building teams, and I wanted to do a challenge for all of us to for the last 2 weeks of the month and continuing till the end of the year to all integrate three-way calls into your day. If you can try to do you know, 3 to 5 a week, that would be amazing. You would definitely see your business grow. And if you can make sure that you are implicating that into your business, that would be amazing. So we know on the three-way call that you have a prospect, and we know that you want to get your upline on the phone. There's a couple of things that I just want to remind everybody. When you do that, you want to make sure that you've already told your upline or your business partner, it's going to be your expert, that a little bit about your prospect, whether they've seen a video, whether they've tried the product, what it is that what's about them, and you want to let your upline or your business partner know that information before they have the call, because you want them to know exactly what they're supposed to do. Hey, this person is very interested in the business. This is a little bit of background on them. I'm really trying to basically just sign them up, or I'd love to invite them to a meeting, or I'd love them to try the product. And then let your person that you have as your expert do the work for you. Mute your phone after you edify them and just listen. No talking, no adding, no anything. The power of the three-way call is all about the expert doing the work for you. And that's another great way to help a brand new person out in this business, because if you can teach them early on to utilize this activity, you're going to be you're going to see that person flourish, because they're going to learn a lot on the call, and they're going to, before I go forward on what we're talking about today, I wanted to stop for a second and invite Suzy Hanna on the call. And she has just a great story over this weekend that I think you guys are going to love, and I would love for her to share it. Are you on, Suzy?
Hi, good morning. Can you hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Good. All right, just stepped outside of LA Fitness, so it's kind of noisy. But yeah, I had a great thing happen this weekend, and Thursday I got an email from Nerium saying, hey, oh my goodness, I'm sorry about that in the background. Hey, you've got a prospect who's interested in finding out about products. And so what happens is when you go executive director in this great company, they give you leads. And I'm like, oh man, that's cool. This has happened over the years. And so this guy, Brian, lives in Virginia Beach. And within that morning, I get the email Thursday morning. I email him and go, good morning. When would you like to talk or Zoom about your interest in Nerium? And he emails me right back and he says, oh my goodness, this is my schedule. So I set up a Zoom with him within 48 hours. And then we got on the phone Saturday morning, and oh man, what a pleasant, happy person. He was just happy about life. I sat and listened. I wanted to hear, form, family, occupation, recreation. Interesting guy. Used to own bakeries as a baker, does recipes for people and whatnot, and a businessman. So, and has also dabbled in MLMs. So I said, hey, you're one of us. You're open-minded. You're looking for secondary streams of income. So when I could relate to what he was talking about, and especially him being a baker, you guys, because I have this obsession with frosting over the years. I go everywhere and taste everybody's frosting. So we were laughing about that. So you just want to listen and relate. Okay, so I said, let me slip through the slides. I took about 15 minutes and I went through the slides about Nerium, who we are, and the products, and Jeff Olson and all that. And he goes, Suzy, he goes, my daughters told me about this product and I've been researching it. And he said, I'm kind of interested in the business too. And I said, no kidding. And he goes, well, how would we do this coast to coast? And I said, oh, Brian, I sit at my kitchen table and I talk to Korea and I talk to Japan. And I said, I build a global international business from my kitchen table. I said, that is not a problem. Plus, I said, we have meetings all over. I'd already looked up that there was a meeting in Richmond, Virginia, which is an hour and a half from where he lives. I said, oh, we've got a system that you wouldn't believe globally. And then I talked for 5 minutes about Annie and Robert Schwartz. I said, we've got an executive team in this company. We're professionals. We do this in a very professional manner. And I edified Robert and Annie and their success and who they are. I said, so, it doesn't matter where you live. We can help you, and we can help you do with this whatever you want. He goes, wow, that's pretty good. He goes, well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to sign up for the products. And he says, and then I'm going to take a little bit and look at the website. He said, I really, really am impressed. And all along the time, his comments were like, wow, oh, amazing. Look at these products, and on and on and on like that. So I said, okay, let's get you signed up. And, he says, I'm going to call you before the weekend's over about the business. And so this guy's really interested. I said, oh, that sounds terrific. Okay, great. Bye, Robert. Brian, I hang up. And I'm in the midst of buying a new house and moving this weekend, not moving, but trying to find a new house here in Valencia. And so my husband's home from Dallas. We're with a realtor. We're running around. And I'm like, you know what? I need to get Robert on the phone. This guy wanted to talk to a man. A man wants to talk to a man and know that this is a business opportunity and not, one of those girly club things. And so I call Robert. I go, Robert, I got this great guy. We got to talk to him. He goes, get him on the phone. So within an hour of talking to Brian, I get Robert on, and OMG. Robert, being the professional he is, he talked to Brian for 15, 20 minutes, and Brian is now a brand partner because of Robert. So, I've done this business for a while, you guys, but Robert goes, he's buying $150 a product, Suzy. You should just tell him, buy the kit. You get one of everything. And I went, oh, gosh, I didn't even think of that. In the moment, you don't think of everything. And that's why we need this mastermind. That's why we need three-way calls. I went, oh, my gosh. So he signs him up. Brian is going to Richmond, Virginia next weekend to the regional with Patrick Murphy and Darren Kidd. And he wants to take people. And that's all because I got Robert on the phone. So three ways, really fun.
Okay, so that was just a great, example of how this three-way call, and Suzy, it was so much fun having that, go down and how that all went down. And, Robert was super excited to talk to this guy, and, he got off the phone and he's like, this is a great guy. I mean, this is a guy we're excited to have him on the team. And so, three-way calls, doing the system, working the system is 100%, and no matter where you go. So here's the thing, guys. As our mastermind today, I want to challenge you and your people for you to challenge your people to three-way call this week. And one of the things I put together was, who on your team would like to drive a new Lexus by the holidays? And here's the thing. The game plan is the game plan is the game plan. It never changes, okay? But very simply put, as you're growing a team, if you are doing the activities, every brand partner on your team, including you, is 3 or free qualified first at 175 in total volume at least. So you want to make sure that that's your number one. You want to get everybody 3 or free qualified, but you want to find 3 people who, if somebody on your team would like to be in the car or you'd like to re-rank to the car, you just need 3 people. You don't need 100 people to work with. You need 3. That doesn't mean you ignore anybody on your team, but you're focused, intentional on what you want to achieve. So find 3 people on your team that have the desire to be a director. Map it out with them, very simple stuff, then duplicate it. Your customers give you free product. Your customers give you raving fans. Your customers give you new brand partners. Your customers give you residual income. Your customers help you rank advance. Your customers give you a weekly check. And your customers build a solid foundation for your business. So I tell you this to say that, if we were very, very intentional, right, all we would be doing would be focusing on the things that are just the easiest thing in Nerium, which is we have amazing products that everybody loves. Here's a guy who talked with Suzy. He wanted to try the product. In talking to her getting on a 3-way call, he turned into a brand partner. This is how we do it. And not every single person is going to be that way, but the 3-way call took him from not knowing to knowing. And if all of us on this Zoom can practice that first and then duplicate that into our team, all of the things that we want to have happen are going to happen, okay? That's just the way it goes. So the game plan to achieving the Lexus car bonus is find 3 people, 1 on each leg, who want to rank advance. If you don't have 3 people that want to rank advance, that's when you need to find 3 people that want to rank advance. And of course, when you bring on a new brand partner, the first thing you want to do, and we talk about it all the time, is you want to help them get their products for free. There's a system involved in really, really building foundationally here. And you want to schedule whoever is interested in the Lexus Card bonus. We know that 3 to 5 events per week with those brand partners is going to equal, that activity is going to equal a director. It just is. And so here's what we want to do. We want to help everybody build a list, help them invite, and help them plan the different events that they're going to do. So an event example would be 3 three-way calls per week. And you know what? I used to always start out just practicing. So if you are a new brand partner or you have new brand partners on your team, what you would do is you would just basically say to either your people that are in your your friends and different people that you would like to prospect, you would say, look, my company is having me practice some activities, and you're a really good friend of mine who I trust. Would you mind if I practiced what they call a 3-way call? I'm not really sure exactly how it's going to go, or maybe I am, but I would love to do it with you. It's about 3 to 5 minutes. I'm going to have somebody share some information. And really after that, I just love your opinion on what you liked best about the call, and was the information helpful to you in a very, partisan way. That's a really good way of helping people with 3-way calls to make it more natural and really to see how it's not weird. It completely makes sense in business, and it could be one of the easiest things to help you grow your business if you get into that mode, okay? We know that if you're consistently doing 3 to 5 RRPs per month in your business with your team, if you are scheduling out those RRPs, pretty much the average is that you'll be a director. You are having parties, you're having guests, you're getting customers in your business, you're building brand partners. These are the things that are constant. There's no negotiation. This is how you become a director. Another example is doing sit-downs. If you don't want to do RRPs, then do sit-downs. Sit-downs are basically meeting somebody at Starbucks or for coffee somewhere, or one-on-one, just talking with them and having an expert available to do a 3-way call with. You're always trying to get an expert into the equation, okay? Event example 4, send out 3 to 5 videos per month. Keep talking to people and sharing information with them, making sure that they're seeing what you're doing. Ask them for opinions. Tell them you're doing a survey for the company. Make sure that they know that you're working your business and this company is expanding, and they just produced a new video, and you are actually getting opinions for the company based on your friends and family's expert opinions. Power notes. I've talked about power notes. I think they're incredibly essential in building relationships. Power notes are not about, business really. They're really about your personal relationships with people, and just, basically writing a note to somebody, like a love letter, but not a love letter, kind of a like letter. Just, it was great to see you on the tennis court today. I just love this time that I have that we get to kind of just play tennis and enjoy the day. And it was so great hearing about your daughter who just went off to college. I've had that too. And one day let's have coffee and we can share stories. Something that's very, very, just connective, okay? That's what you want in a power note. Doing 15 to 20 eye serum demonstrations. I mean, that is just a wonderful way of building a library. So if you're going to go out there, or you're helping somebody go out there to do these demonstrations, it's kind of like this. You know what? My company is expanding. They have this amazing product. I'm building my library of pictures. I would love to borrow your eye, your face for a few minutes so I can see how this product works. And then, you build that library of not only yourself, but the people around you that know you and love you. Following up every day on prospects is essential to this business. The fortune is in the follow-up. If Suzy had not followed up on that referral that she got, she would not have a brand partner within 48 hours of that email. That's essential. How you follow up is essential. And blitz days. You know, there's a lot of events that you can build into your Nerium business. These are just examples, but a blitz day is an amazing, fun day where you schedule out the day of just having your brand partners, customers, everybody, you know, coming to one location every couple of hours and doing a presentation and having fun and building momentum throughout the day. So these are just ideas that if we can build this into our life and our business according to what time we have, these are ways that you can absolutely achieve the Lexus Car bonus, or you can help 3 people on your team do the same thing. You can certainly help 5 people or 10 people, but I'm saying if you have time and you can focus on 3 people that actually want to do this, that want to do something like this, there's a plan. It's the Nerium plan. It works. You just have to basically do it. And so that's our Zoom today. I wanted to make sure that everybody knew that the Redondo Beach Market Party is back. And I'm super excited because Karen and Rachel Rowan is in town to do the party on August 29th. And as you can see, a lot of the market parties are popping up everywhere. And people are really, you know, getting excited to take people here. This is another thing that you can do in building your business is, I think market parties are 100% because you go into an environment that is happy and that you're getting lots of information and the experts are doing the work for you. So all you basically need is to be able to invite somebody. And if you can't invite them, I definitely know this, your brand partners around you, your upline, your sideline can help you do a 3-way call to get anybody invited to any of these types of events. So with that, I want to thank you so much for joining us this morning. If anybody has any questions or comments, please feel free to jump in. And if not, we'll start our week, which is, hey, by the way, you know, we're almost at the 23rd of the month, which is inventory day, and we're going to talk about that in a few days. But, you know, now's the time, you guys. This is when the magic starts to happen. The activities start to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and we utilize this time to have serious momentum in our business. So we're ramped up. This is a week to really get going and to really take all of those people that you've been dripping on and really start, you know, utilizing the 3-way call, getting people on the phone, making sure that, you know, you take people from not knowing to knowing. So, okay. So does anybody have anything to comment?
I just have to congratulate Suzy on putting Robert on the call, you guys. And you might have noticed my little chat message at the bottom there, guys. I've noticed after 5.5 years, it takes a village to be successful in Nerium. You can't do this by yourself. People will just, you know, your voice becomes want to people. And so you've got to pass it on to somebody else. And it was just awesome that Suzy stayed in the system and it works. And the fact is that you've got this entire mastermind group here and like Anna, you're right on, everybody's ramping up. Utilize the team here. Call us, text us. Hey guys, I'm following up with a few people. What are your availabilities today? What are your availabilities this week? Let's get some 3-ways on the books. Honest to goodness, this is the secret sauce. People want to know how to be successful. You want to have a great month end. This is it, guys. So utilize it. Just text your leaders, text your sponsors, text your friends, text your workout partner. What are your availabilities today? They'll give you back. Okay, so this was great, and congratulations, Suzy.
Yep, congratulations.
I have to say too, real quickly, you guys, that at the end of the conversation with Brian, Robert got off the phone, he said something that just so surprised me. Because he's done MLM before, he said, you guys are really using the system, man. So he could see that we are professionals, that we know what we're doing, and that we're a support team for each other. That blew my mind. I was like, oh, yeah. So,
well, and I like the part, Suzy, when you say to your prospects, you know, you have an executive team. Not only do you have this company, but you have an executive team surrounding you that's there to help you. And I absolutely love that. So that was a good tip. Really good tip.
Thanks.
All right, you guys, anybody else would like to make a comment or anything? So how many, I can't see everybody's picture and I know you can't see mine, but you know, either text me or put me on, go to my message or email me, whatever you want, or email your sponsor or email anybody. But if you're ramped up and want to do three-way calls, let's do this as a group. Let's get everybody doing three-way calls this week and next week, and let's close out this month starting today. Let's make these activities start today so that we can really make a difference. And then this week, at the end of the week, we'll talk about some more stories with our three-way calls. Because if we can do it, we can duplicate it. And that's the biggest thing. We can do it, we can duplicate it. And that's what we have to do, okay? So I really appreciate each and every one of you, of course, and I hope you have an awesome, awesome day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Annie.
Thank
you, Annie, and thank you, Suzy.
Thanks, Annie. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.